your favorite lovely peachy creator, here with another video, back again, live. So I am sitting in my car. Let's see. It's raining. Let me see if this makes it a little brighter. Is it? It does nothing. Okay. I'm just sitting in the car waiting. It's raining. My kids are at dance. The class will be over. Let's see. It is 8:02 p.m. Class is over at 8:30. There's actually a sub tonight. The normal usual teacher, she emailed today. Hello, I'm just hanging out in my car. Talking about not much. If you want to chat and ask a question, then I can talk about something specific. It is Tuesday. It's 8:03 p.m. It's raining, as you might be able to see. The car's all fogged up. My kids are dancing. Class is an hour long. There's a half an hour left. And there's usually the teacher who's usually there, she emailed tonight saying she had to have some emergency surgery and she's having a sub tonight. So I'm gonna leave to go get them at 8:25. She usually dances till I don't know, at least 8:35, if not a little past. Anyway, I'm sitting here in my car with my foot out of my boot because my freaking toes are cramping up, so I'm giving myself a little foot massage while I wait. So I posted a video called "The Magic Pill Is You Doing the Work," and talking about, how people want to manifest all kinds of things and they just want the abracadabra, magic word, magic phrase to get to it. And a lot of times they forget that you have to actually do the work. Thank you. If you want something, like, for example, hello, my lovely peaches. I am sitting in my rainy car in the dark, as you can tell. Let's see if I can make it a little, you can see. Well, either way, you can see, behind me. I'm just kind of, babbling. Because I have time to kill, and I'm sitting in my car by myself. And I thought I'd pop on a live stream and see if anybody wanted to hang out. And I'm doing a foot massage. So, if you want to manifest things, you allow yourself to be inspired into the desire that is aligned with what is really your best life. Like I was saying, how do you learn to love yourself? How can you learn to love yourself more? And you start learning to love yourself more by learning to like yourself more. And how do you learn to like yourself? By allowing yourself to like the things that you naturally have an affinity for. So if there's a hobby or an interest that really calls to you, but somehow you feel shame about it, you were humiliated about it, or you were discouraged from that interest, you were not maybe you were outright told that, that's that's not the path for you. They had another path laid out for you that you decided, you want to be a good kid, you want to be a good friend, a good whatever. So you're living your life the way you were told, or you were shown, or you were modeled. Like for me with dance, my kids are dancing right now. And I absolutely love dance. It's interesting because last week I dropped my kids off at dance, and then I went to the store. There's like a cup. Sorry, I'm yawning. I went to the store and my friend texted me like, "Hey, are you coming in?" Like she was at the same dance studio doing a trial for her daughter who's 6 years old. So anyway, I did get there before she left, and then I got to see them. And her older daughter is the age of my younger son. They are 13 days apart. My son being 13 days older. And then the little girl, she's so cute and sweet. And so she was dancing ballet. And when I was that age, when I was 6 years old, and my parents put me and my older sister into ballet, I loved it and adored it. My sister, she didn't care for it. And so my sister said, I don't want to do it anymore. And then they said, okay, no more ballet. And I was devastated. I said, no, but I still want to go. I still love it. And they said, it's not worth it if it's just you. It's cheaper when there's two of you. It's not worth it for us to take just you. And there began my almost lifelong stress, insecurity about dance. So anyway, then my son, last week, my older, so we were talking about ballet, and they know that when you get to the advanced stages of ballet and you dance end point, you wear those ballet slippers with the wood in the toe, and then your toes can bleed, your toes can get cut, your toes can, I mean, sometimes they can, I don't know if they break, but probably maybe, and so then my son, who's 13 and a half, was like joking about, oh, they break your toes in ballet. And the 6-year-old was not freaking thinking that shit was funny. She started crying. I'm like, oh my God, you're traumatizing her. So I was like, please don't listen to him. He's just a stinky teenager. And she started laughing. And I was like, it's not true. I said, it does hurt, but it can hurt when you're older and you get to the advanced level. But no, that's not true. They don't do that. However, it is somewhat like distorting on your body. So anyhow, I spent a lot of years feeling like, I really want to dance, but I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. And I internalized, my mom didn't intend, it's not like she was this cruel person who was like, oh, I'm going to raise her to believe she's not worthy. It was just like, for her, it just wasn't a priority financially. And, they didn't see me as an individual that needed and deserved to be loved and uplifted. It was basically like, we're just surviving. We're doing the best we fucking can. I am still rubbing my foot. We're just doing the best we fucking can. And I also have a younger brother that needed it. When I was 6, he wasn't born yet. So that's not really an excuse, but she was working a full-time job. She had just two of us. My dad didn't really do jack shit to help. So it is what it is. And so then in high school, I signed up for ballet. And not enough students signed up for ballet, and so they were not, so they basically let the ballet teacher go, and they said, all the ballet students, if you really want to dance, you can take modern. And that was my introduction to modern dance, which is still to this day my favorite type of dance to watch and to do, to dance. I mean, I do love watching a lot of other kinds of dance, but my favorite type is ballet. I mean, is modern. And, but however, I still struggled for many, many, many years with believing that I am worthy of dancing and allowing myself to express myself that way. And because dancing is so inherently tied into moving my body in ways that feels good, which also means that's my natural way of being fit. And it's bringing me back to the point of what I was saying is like, I like to dance. I love to dance. So I held on to this really deep inner resentment and feeling of not being worthy and not thinking I had the right to dance or that I was good enough or that I, deserved to or whatever, that I had the right to spend money on classes or that I could even do a dancing around my house even though I wasn't that good. I was an amateur. And the more that I said I want to love myself, I want to like who I am, the more I started to say, fuck it, I'm just going to start where I am, which is a Pema Chodron teaching and book. Start where you are. Just let yourself start. You don't have to have the perfect outfit in the perfect studio, the perfect anything. You just start where you are and you start allowing yourself to do the things that you like. And then that will feed the feeling of loving yourself. And then that will feed into the feeling of you allowing yourself to do what you like more. And then it becomes this self-fulfilling prophecy of love, or this self-inspired motivation source that says, I feel good when I do what I like to do, so I'm going to do what I like to do. And that makes me love myself more. And the more I love myself, the more I allow myself to do the things that I like to do. And then the more I'm doing the things I like to do, the better I get at them. And whatever it is, I'm going to improve. And then that will make me feel better about myself. And that's how you learn how to love yourself. And that's how you find the people who also are more actually genuinely compatible with you. Because if you're busy doing what you like to do, and then you meet people naturally who also like to do it, whether it's at the store where you get the supplies to do it, whether it's the dance clothes or the art supplies or the video game, whatever the heck it is. Now I'm putting my shoe on again, which takes forever to tie. Oh, these weird laces, these boots. Anyway. Okay, and so the more you allow yourself to do those things, the more, so another effect that it can have is the people who are like, no, I don't want you to do that, or I don't like that, I don't like you doing that, or I don't like when you do that, or I don't want to do that, I'm not going to do that with you. You are more likely to start to move away from those people, those incompatible people, or at least incompatible in that area of your life. And it will open the door and the gateway and the portals and the possibilities and the places and the classes and the stores and the space, and the universe will help align you. You'll be on the path doing the things you like to do, and that's where you're going to meet other people on the same path doing those same type of things. And so how can you manifest a happier life and more self-love? By allowing yourself to do the things that you naturally like to do, even if you've had years, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years of reasons and excuses not to do it, and people telling you not to do it, and not doing it. And, you know, like for me with the dance, it was like, well, now that I haven't danced, now that I didn't continue dancing from 6, I'm not a pro. So now I feel behind and I feel amateurish. So now I feel like, well, I'm not that good. So now I shouldn't do it because I'm not that good. But then it's like, well, you know, when do you allow yourself to do stuff? It's like, at some point you have to say, well, fuck it. I want to do it, so I'm going to fucking do it. I'm not that good, but how am I going to ever get good if I don't let myself do it? And if I use the fact that I'm not good at it as a reason to not do it, it's like, that's a self-fulfilling prophecy of misery. So you say, okay, I'm going to let myself do it. I'm going to let myself suck. I'm going to let myself suck at this thing. I'm going to let myself be an amateur here. Just checking the time. I've got to leave. Let's see. Got about 6 minutes until I have to leave. Hello. I've been on a rant about how to learn how to love yourself more, how to like yourself more, and how allowing yourself to do the things that you like to do, no matter how many years you've been trained and conditioned not to do them, and to just finally say, I'm going to let myself do this hobby or this thing that I enjoy that no one else enjoys, and then you'll meet people who enjoy it because you'll be busy doing it, and that's how you'll meet other people who are also busy doing it. So I'm also massaging my other foot now. My reindeer sock again, which is clean. I'm doing like a car stretch. I don't want to be too conspicuous. Oh my God. All right. Well, looks like I basically kind of ended up hanging out by myself. But you know what? That's fine, because I think that was a pretty cool message that I just channeled through. And so, just to wrap it up, personally, I quit the job. I was thinking a lot tonight about the flower shop job and how I devoted almost 3 years. Well, now that Thanksgiving is come and gone, that would have been the 3-year mark. And I guess it ended up being more like 2.5 years that I really devoted to let's see. Oh, 2.5 years that I devoted to working in the flower shop, and I really thought that I could become a florist, be a florist. And at first I was, was definitely intimidated. I was definitely like iffy about the funeral work, and I started to really get comfortable with it. But, the guy I was working for just didn't want to give me more than the grunt work, and didn't want to give me the good stuff to do there. And so I ended up quitting. So now it's been since August, October, November. So it's like 3.5 months of working on my own. And I'm just really trying to figure out, like, what is it that I really want to do? What do I want to do with my life? What do I want to spend my days and nights and life doing? And it's time for me to really reassess again. By the way, hello. Thank you for popping in. I have a couple of minutes left before I got to go pick up my kids. I am literally sitting in the car. It is raining. It's nighttime and dark. So I would love it if you have a question, comment, to be interactive on this live. I had about half an hour to kill, and I thought, let me just turn on a live so I can talk a bit. And I just channeled a very nice message about allowing ourselves to do the things that we like to do as a path towards loving ourselves, especially those things that for whatever reason we were raised being told not to do or discouraged from doing. Like in my case, besides dance, my dad was an artist, and he was raised by a father who wanted him to be a football player. And my dad was almost 6'4", and he was like a huge guy, and he had the body to be a football player, but he was an artist. He was a musician. He was a pianist. He was a soft, sensitive guy. And so he was always shamed for that. And what did he do? Raising me, he literally treated me the same fucking way. And then my brother, my younger brother, who's almost 9 years younger, was a natural born athlete. And my dad uplifted him, supported him, and did all the things for him that he never did for me, because he was the son that his dad always wished that he had, even though he hated his dad. So I'm saying it's so complicated, and how we end up holding back and not letting ourselves do what we naturally want to do, and all the reasons entwined in why that would be the case for us particularly. That's the work. That's what I was talking about in the video that I just shared, called The Magic Pill Is You Doing the Work. So here you are, probably, maybe, possibly holding back from doing what you really want to do in life that would make you ultimately happiest, because you were conditioned not to, and you've gotten so used to it. And it can almost feel, or it can absolutely feel absolutely terrifying to actually allow yourself. Like the first few times I've gone back into a dance studio, and I'm sure the next time I do finally get my act together and get my shit. Now it's raining fucking so hard when I have to pull out. I'm sure it's going to feel terrifying, but at the same time it's exhilarating. And so that's what I was saying. I really want to get my journal and write down all the things that I've been doing that I really love. I gotta go get my kids. And writing the things down that I don't want to do, or maybe I won't waste my time with that. But anyway, time for me to go get my kids. Thanks for hanging out. And if you're watching this on the replay, I hope that you got something helpful out of this. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.